Watching the breakfast show, and from the very first season of the Cannes Film Festival in 1946, many Egyptian films have been screened. Last year, in its first season after the revolution, Egypt was chosen to be the guest of honor of the Cannes International Film Festival. After the Battle is a film about the revolution that was shown in the festival this year, along with other documentary films. We are very pleased to have with us the Greek-Egyptian director who had his film participating in the 2012 round of the Cannes International Film Festival. Joining us in the studio this morning is film director Minas Manoub. Thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for the invitation. The documentary, it was about a guy called Mina. He had an accident. And beside his accident, after his accident, he had some problem with health problems, and but he still believes in God, that God still is with him.
So it was not related to the events of the revolution here taking place in Egypt?
No, it didn't have nothing to do with the revolution, no. He just broke his neck, Minas, and he tells us a story in the documentary, how he lives his life with his family. And he talks about God, how God protects him, and he did miracles with him.
And that is a very interesting idea, the idea of the miracles in the 21st century. Tell us, how did you express that in your film, A Joyful Thank You?
How do I express it? When the first time I saw Mina, I sit with him, I talked with him.
It is not a fiction, it's a real man. It's a person...
Yes, it's a documentary.
Documentary about a real life story.
It's a real life story. It's a real life story.
Okay.
So when the first time I saw him, I sat with him, I talked with him. So I felt inside him that God is with him. So the miracle is like, because his neck is broke, and he left with disability. He can't walk very well. His neck is always like this. But he still believes that miracles happens to him. He don't have any problem that he's like this. He believes in God he believes in God, and he's happy with his life. He's happy with his life. He has, of course, his brother and his mother help him, but he's happy with his life.
And this is a very interesting aspect, because usually people, when they get any kind of stroke in life, they get depressed and feel like this is the end of it.
They're chasing about money, shoes, clothes, but this guy, he seeks only God. He just say, I pray to the God and everything will be fine. And I know it, he told me.
And has there been changes in his life thanks to this faith in God?
Yeah, he said to me about some miracles that happened to him because he had to do a surgery. And the doctor said if he do the surgery, he may die. But he didn't. So this is a miracle for him. And again, he had still some disabilities. And this is like a miracle for him.
So what about your first movie in 2010, The Lost Pride?
2010. 2010, I did it in England. So it's like an experimental drama movie. So I wanted to experiment with the camera, with the script.
Sir, from the two movies or short movies you talked about and the documentary you talked about, I felt that you're very much concerned with personal experience, lessons from life, human relations and faith, basically. Unlike this year, the Egyptian movie After the Battle, or Bad al-Maraka, participated in Cannes International Film Festival. It was related to events that have been taking place here in Egypt, or an incident that took place in Egypt last year during the revolution. So why didn't you think about reflecting the events of Egypt over the past year as you were going? You knew you were going to Cannes International Film Festival this year.
Yes, I know. We live in a crazy world. It's not only Egypt that has problems, it's also Europe has a problem. All the countries around the world have problems. So what I believe, if you are good in something, in art, making art, promoting art, just do it. And don't talk, for example, maybe it becomes revolution, maybe it becomes some...
Major events.
Maybe it will come something else, major events. So in these major events, you need to talk about love. If you can speak about love, if you can speak about the relations with the other people, just do it. Just separate yourself from these things and follow your heart, okay? Because the revolution will be, and after 10 years, 12 years, maybe 100 years, there will be revolution. There will be still war, there will be still. So what you have to do, you have to keep promoting the art, you have to keep doing humanity things that shows you the humanity and promotes. in the art. That's
So
why
what?
2012, what I did it with Emisat Productions. So they had like a TV show called Happy House, and they gave it to me. So they told me, do you want to do this thing? I told them, yes, I want to direct something like that. And I put my vision, I put my dream on this, my work. And this is how it happened.
And that's how it came out.
Yeah.
How is your dual cultural background impacting or affecting your choice of the subject that you want to reflect in your movies, and the way you look at these cultural differences in your movies, of course?
In the country, in every country they think it's different, the cultures, but it's not so different. When you talk about feelings, about how the human relations, it's not different. I believe it's the same, because all the humans rather want, they want love, they want happiness, so it's the same. It's just changing the language.